How's it going, everyone? Hopefully you didn't miss me too much. I had a leg day all filmed out for you guys last week, but I didn't play with my new gimbal enough before recording, so when I went back to edit, I had it following me way too much, and I was just getting nauseous watching it. But today I do have an upper body workout that I'm going to run you guys through. Honestly, it's going to be me, like I'll talk through it a little bit, but it's mostly going to be me just working out. Today's one of those days. I need a good workout. I'm also dressed like it's still winter, even though it's like 60 degrees in this gym. I'm still cold, but I'm sure I'll start stripping at some point. Let's get started. All right, so warm up done. I like to start out with a unilateral movement, so working one side at a time. And because this is kind of one of my weaknesses with this shoulder mostly, I do like to start more with a vertical pull. So, jumping in. I don't always kneel, but it's just kind of what I have to do with this rig. So, kneeling down, I like to get a good stretch at the top, pulling down with your shoulder blades, so pulling down and idling back just a little bit. Slow and controlled, get a nice stretch. Really trying to feel it on this part of my body. All right, slowly gonna increase weights. So as of right now in my training with sets and reps, I'm kind of trying to stay in the rep range of like 6 to 12. It's kind of a big jump, I guess you could say, but for me personally, I like to go heavier on some things just because it feels good. And then other things, I'll lighten it up a little bit just to get a few more reps out. There's so much stuff out there. It's like, oh, don't take every set to failure, blah, 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 blah. I like to take most of my sets to failure. It's just a preference that I have when I'm coaching clients and stuff. I don't always take them to failure. I usually like to work in an RIR, which means reps in reserve, of usually 0 to 2. So an RIR of 0, it means complete failure, like you couldn't have done another rep. A 2 means you probably could have gotten 2 more reps out. But that's just kind of how I do my own training. Some people have a different mindset when it comes to it. But really, it's just as long as you're recovering and you're seeing progress, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't listen to all the stuff because everyone is always going to have opinions about everything, really. So whatever works for you, that's what you do. When it comes to sets, to me, honestly, that just ranges. It really depends on the exercise, how I'm feeling that day. Stevie, leave it. Yelling at my dog. So yeah, when it comes to sets, I don't even remember what I was saying. My dog distracted me, but yeah, kind of just feel it out. Also, just because I said I work in the rep range of 6 to 12 doesn't mean if I hit 12, I'm going to stop. Like if I hit 12 and I feel like I still have a couple reps left, I'm going to hit them until I'm only getting that halfway. And then at that point, that's when I'll stop, switch other sides if I'm doing something unilateral. And then for the next set, I'll bump it up and try to get underneath those 12 reps. Singles felt good, so 1 or 2 sets of doing it together. Getting a good stretch up at the top, pulling back and down. Setup might look a little weird, but I don't have the attachment yet for the lat pull down. Whew. I lost count because I was talking. So when that happens, just go until you can't pull anymore. If you're not talking to yourself in the middle of the set, are you even working? All my group clients from Illinois knows this is my jam. Pull me away, but they don't know the truth. Just kidding. I won't put you through that torture. They had to live through it, though. Doing a horizontal row with this. I'm using this attachment, except right now I'm trying to work on my upper back a little bit. So This bar is going to keep my hands out wider. And then what I'm doing is still pulling back with my elbows and squeezing, but with my arm staying up here and not coming down here, it's going to emphasize the upper back. Whereas if I was working more with the lat, I would have done a lower row down towards my belly button. Also, for my Illinois people, I'm gonna have to get the one of those TRX things and hit you with some wrecking ball. Those are always fun. Pretty sure the people in that gym probably thought I was on something, but I just had fun. I do miss my clients out there, not gonna lie. Birthday's coming up though, so Chicago might need a visit. All right, next set. Also, people really judge me for my workout music, but I can literally work out to anything. It really doesn't matter what it is, because half the time I kind of tune it out anyways in the middle of my set. And for those of you seeing me lean forward and back a little bit, listen, it's not that big of a deal as long as I'm not, cranking it with my lower back. I like to get a little bit of lean forward to get an extra stretch. And then I kind of pull it back because I do want to work my erectors a little bit. So those are the muscles that run up and down your spine. So as long as you're not feeling like joint pain or pinching or any type of like pulling movement in your lower back, you're fine. All right, so moving into biceps. Me and Randy might have done this one. I can't remember, but elbows are gonna stay behind my body. You're gonna curl forward, control on the way back, get a good stretch. Now make sure when you do this, you're not bringing your arms up like that, okay? Oh shit. Woo. Pretty good one. All right, hat had to come off. It was getting itchy. I probably should have checked to see what my hair looked like, but all right, next set. All right, jumping into triceps, pull downs. I know me and Randy did this one. Now that I say that I know, I honestly don't know. I don't know. I have the worst memory ever. Take a little bit off that. Baby, when you broke my heart. Feeling a little bit more in my right side today, so I'm going to drop the weight and kick out a set or two of single side. I want to make sure that they're getting worked pretty even. Well, I shouldn't say pretty even. I want to make sure they're getting worked evenly. I did a quick playback just to make sure the angle and everything was right. Yo, my hair looked bad. Don't judge me. It was in that other hat. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna do a little bit of single arm now. Oh, never finished this because I got too distracted by my bad hair. I'm just putting my arm here just to help me from swinging, especially as I get tired. When I work out, you're gonna see my feet moving everywhere. I don't know why I do it, but doesn't affect my workouts. Also, I lost count. I know I can't multitask, so I don't know why I'm trying. I'm gonna do one extra set on the left side just because the right one got a little more work for those first two sets. What I did at the end was just a few assisted reps. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure that this one got about even amount of work. So I did biceps, triceps. Now I'm back to biceps. I was just giving them a little break. So with this preacher curl, the angle's a little bit weird for me, so I'm going to be leaning over just a little bit. I do like to do single on this rather than using an easy curl bar, just because when I do that every single time, my right side takes over. So with this one, I honestly can't tell you the last time that I did something other than dumbbells. So I'm going to drop the weight a little bit on this set. Because on this one, I do want to get the twist with it, whereas on the last one, I just kept my forearm straight the entire time. Adding the twist into it is really hitting the bicep a little bit more because one of the actions of the bicep is to turn the forearm. One thing when it comes to bicep curls, if you want to put a little more tension on the bicep, what you can do is put your hand all the way against this. So then when you're curling, there's a little more tension on the turn. Um, Sadly, I can't really do that very well with the left side after I broke my thumb. I chipped a piece of the bone off right here, so now any pressure on here is super painful. I've tried like putting a little padding there, everything. Can't do it. But for you guys, just hold here so then your forearm doesn't have to work so hard to hold on to the weight, and make sure you get that really good twist. Now, when you're twisting, you want to have this thing fully twisted by the time you hit this halfway point. So we don't want to be here and then twist, because at that point the bicep isn't working as much as it could. So once you get to halfway, you should already be twisted as far as it can go. All right, this next one, we're going to be hitting some rear delts. Usually I'll use like the ankle straps to hold on, but forgot to grab them. So what you're going to do, you're going to grab with the opposite hand like this. Okay, now you're going to pull down and back, coming up to about halfway. Usually when these little balls touch. Oh my God, these might be too heavy. All right, just like everything else, I'm feeling it on the right side more. So when that happens, when that happens, I will just turn it into a single side movement. This cable should basically just be running straight through the shoulder, which I think my angle's a little bit off. Oh, yeah, that's better. And then sometimes I like to throw in this, literally just pulling with the back of my shoulder. So before the phone dies, that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully, now that the weather is getting nicer, I feel like I say that every time and then it does this, but hopefully now I can start cranking out videos for you guys a little bit more. A lot of them are gonna probably be more like this, so where I'll just be going through my own workout, explaining things, and then just cranking through it, I guess. Hopefully, also get some outdoor workouts for you guys, and just got a new air fryer, so maybe showing you guys some meals. Other than that, hopefully I'll see you guys soon, especially with that leg day that I had filmed, because it was a pretty good one. But until next time, I just want to show you how good my baby girl is. Look at that angel. She's a good baby.